Okay, so today's topic we are going to learn about the lookup functions in Excel. Okay, so how to use these functions and in which situations and scenarios we are going to see today. Okay, so when you talk about lookup or in this case, if you see, we have got like data lookup formulas or functions like HLOOKUP. Okay, so what it states looks up a supplied value in the first row of a table and returns the corresponding value from another row. Okay. So let's deep down into it, how it works. All right. So let's say we have got this database where we have got the data in the cross tab format, where we have got all our headers in a single column, that is B, with different rows. And we have got the values of individual tabs or individual fields or headers into column level. Like this whole information is of Pappu, Tappu, Gappu, and Appu. Okay. So let's consider this table as A. Okay. So let's consider this table as A. And now in the B table, we would require the information, or we want to create a table where let's consider as we don't have the salary information of this particular employee, right? We have got date of births. Okay. But in A table, we have got salary. But in B table, it is blank. We want to collect the information. So what we can do is we can make use of HLOOKUP, which is called as horizontal lookup. HLOOKUP is horizontal lookup. Okay. Where it looks the common, that is foreign key, that is the common names. Here it is like common names as compared to both the tables. So the common field is employees in A table and B table. All right. So we are going to take the unique values, unique names, so that when it looks up, it provides the result as salary. That is our intention behind using HLOOKUP. So what was the definition of it? We'll go back again. Looks up a supplied value in a first row of a table and returns the corresponding value from another row. Okay. Now, see, this becomes your base table, right? A base table, and this becomes your corresponding. Now, what we want, now corresponding value from another row. Another row is, this is the row of A table, and this result should reflect here. So to get this results, what we need to do equals to H loop, press tab, you'll get your H lookup over here. Now lookup value, what you are looking out for. So we are looking out for Pappu's salary. Okay. So I'm going to give the lookup value as Pappu, and it is asking from which table you want. So the resultant table will be your array. So here in this case, I'll select from Pappu to the last employee. Okay. So this becomes one row and 4 columns. But result is in now third row. Result is in third row. Okay. So, comma, it is asking row index number. So how many rows? 1, 2, 3. So in the third row, we are getting all the salaries over here, right? That's why the row index number will be 3. Comma, when you say true or false, we want the exact match of lookup value. So I'm going to press 0. Okay, 0. So, or if I say 1, right? Yeah, but I want exact match. So I can write it as false also. This way also I can do it. I can get my results. Now, if I copy this and paste it across, it will apply. Why? Because those are in same row right? And the resultant values also we want in a same row itself. So if I paste it, I'll get all my results. Okay. So if I go back to the definition, looks up a supplied value. What was your supplied value? It was your employee, right? Employee name. Employee name is your what it is? It is a supplied value. What it is? A supplied value. Supplied value. And here in the first row of a table and returns the corresponding value from the another table. So which is your another table? Another table. This is your another table, what we are talking about, right? And these are your results, right? Which we wanted to bring over here. So your lookup values, supplied value is your employee names, right? Now you can ask me like, what if this date of birth was to be at a third row and this is to be a second, right? So in this case, what we'll do is, yes, what we'll do is, this becomes your result. Why? And here instead of 3, I would write it as 2. Why? Because first is your common field, right? Lookup value, which is the common in both the tables, and the result is in now second row. So the answer would be in a second row this time. If I copy and paste it, I'll get my answers. So what is the conclusion over here is the starting table array should be the common column or field or foreign key between both the tables. Starting table array should be the common column, you can say. Common or same. Okay, common or common column. So which it is here? It is employees in both the tables. And the result was salary, to get the salary of all employees, right? Salary of all the employees. All right. So this is, we have seen about, that is HLOOKUP. So HLOOKUP is your horizontal lookup. Next is VLOOKUP. All remains the same, but this time around we are going to use a tabular format. So what is the shortcut key? Okay, let's say this is my data. I'm copying it here. And Alt ES will be the shortcut key to open the page special. Alt ES, E becomes your transpose. Click on OK. Now you see our data is in a form of tabular format. Now the same thing, I'll perform this activity of getting the salary. Yeah, getting the salary in a tabular format with the help of vertical lookup. Okay, vertical lookup. So equals to VLOOKUP, sorry, equals to VLOOKUP, press tab. So lookup value again, the common is here, employee, comma, table array. As I want the salary, I'll just select the only 2 rows. I'll end it with the 2 rows, comma, 2, comma, 0, and close the bracket. Now, if I press Ctrl D, I'll get my results. So this is how we do it as VLOOKUP. This is vertical lookup.
Sir,
Yes.
I have a doubt, sir.
Yes.
Sir,
Good.
why we should put 0 there, sir, after that 2 columns, sir?
Right. If you see this, it is a range lookup. So we have got 2 options. One is approximate match, exact match. We want to have the exact match of this name of a particular lookup value. Okay. That's why I have applied 0 or 1. If you see this, I can type it as false also or 0 also. If I type it as 0, so you'll get the terminator to it. So it finds the exact match and gives the result. Okay. So,
Okay, sir.
all right. All right. So this was VLOOKUP. Now we'll go ahead and check about lookup value. When you click on lookup value, so let's say we have got this movies with us, and we have got the earnings of it, and we want the details of it. So let's say lookup function. We'll see here about lookup function. So I've got movies, I've got earnings. All right. Now let's say I want the results in terms of earnings here. So as we have used VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP, same way we are going to use the lookup now. Let's say I've got this movies, and let's keep the earnings blank. Now if I type lookup, lookup is one of the function. So what it is asking for, it is asking for lookup value. So it becomes a movie's name 3 Idiots, comma, lookup Victor. So where it has look the values. So here your lookup value and the another table which consists of earnings also, the resultant table where we are going to bring the result. So here your lookup vector becomes your movie names, comma, result vector. After giving the particular vector, what it has to identify is like 3 Idiots, it has to get it from this particular rows from the column of movies, comma, result vector will be your the whole resultant, total number of your rows or array, the resultant array, column you can say. Okay, I'll close the bracket and enter. So I can get this results with the help of lookup value as well. Now I've got my lookup values for all the earnings of movies. Clear? All right. So this is how it works. Now there was question asked, right? So why to use 0 or 1? Let's consider with this example. If you see, this is the best example. Now we have got this age groups. Okay. Here we have got age groups and age buckets. So let's say age is 0. So we are going to consider as 0 to 10 days. If it is 11 age, 11 to 20 days, 21. So this is the slab given over here. And here we have got random numbers. All right. And now we want to know this particular age falls under which slab, right? As here we don't have any common element. If you check, here we have got a specific chart, a table, but here what we have got? Here we have got set of values. Yes, random numbers. But for this random numbers, it has to pick the exact days. Here you see, if I say 87, so 87 is falling under your 71 to 100 days, right? Your 87. So this will be your results. So how we are going to use it? Let's see. Let's take this table, copy it in our practice sheet, practice workbook. All right. So let me paste it into the new sheet. Let's name this as which function it was we were going to learn? Same lookup, right? So we'll paste it here on ESP. All right. Now you see I've got my age and its age bucket where it has to identify and provide the result. So I'll delete this. Let's do it. All right. I want the results like, for example, 15. 15 comes under your 11 to 20 days, right? 11 to 20 days. Okay. let's see how to get the results now. Equals to lookup value. This is your lookup value, comma, lookup vector. So from where I am to look is this. Yes, comma, my result vector. This becomes my result. If I close this, see, I've got the exact results. Right? Now you tell me why below NA I have got as NA. What I missed out? From the previous lessons, you'll come to know. Right? You can tell me like why it is hash NA. Anyone? Yes? Yeah, anyone can answer. Yeah, unmute and answer. Huh? No, why if error function? See, 108. 108 and above. It should be like answer should be this right here. What I've done, I've just copied this and pasted across down. So what would be the error here? Yes, anyone unmute and answer quickly. What would be the reason?
Is it because we did not log those
Yes,
log
to log the cells, what we call it as like absolute, right?
absolute,
Fixed, column
absolute and
fixed, or
relative
absolute. You need to say like row fixed, column fixed, or absolute.
column fixed.
Okay. All right. So here, see, this is your table. But when I paste it at the down, it shifts down, right? Correct?
Mhm.
So what we are going to do, we are going to lock it. What we are going to lock now, as in M column, these are into the rows, right? So every row is changing for the age, right? So the things which are going to change, right? Why to lock them? Let's say I'll lock M column, $M, and this is a table array, so I'm going to lock this. Press F4 to lock. Yes. So I'm locking the whole,
Mhm.
array now here also, the whole vector. And press enter. Now, if you apply, you'll get your results. Right? If you apply the same formula at the bottom, just copy paste. Copy this and paste it down. So you'll get your results. Right? And if you want to paste somewhere, what will happen? Again, you'll find it as like NA. So instead of that, paste as values. And so that you can get the fixed values. Right? Here we have gotten formulas. And here we'll get this result. Right? This is lookup. Clear? Let's move ahead for choose. See what it says. Returns one of a list of values depending upon the value of a supplied index number. Index number means like example, the serial number, the row where it identifies. Right? Now let's say choose. We'll click on choose. I've got like A, B, C, D, E, F. All right. So this is the list with me, right? So what I can do, I can, apply this in terms of, okay, the best example to showcase is, so just now we practiced the VLOOKUP, right? Right? So what VLOOKUP will do, it will check the lookup value, right? And it will provide the, yes. So it takes, if you talk about like VLOOKUP, what we are doing, we are taking the VLOOKUP value, we are taking the table array, and we are getting the column number in VLOOKUP, and right, and we are getting the result, right? The same way we can make use of, instead of table array, what we are going to do, instead of selecting that, what we can do is we can make use of choose function. Okay, we can make use of choose function there, right? And we can make this same result out of it, right? So here you see, when you say table array, we are writing the formula as choose. index number. So your index number is 1, right? 2, right? Like value. So what is your value here? Value becomes your first column, right? That is your movies. Yeah. And value 2 becomes your actor's name. So what do you want? The result as a actor's name. So the first value is your lookup values column. That is your movies. Yes. So how you can say this? This has your lookup vector, and this value 2 becomes your result vector. So that's why we are counting it as like, okay. Now if you see this 2, what this 2 is? 2 columns. 2 columns, comma, 0. That is range 2. Okay. And if you press enter, we can do it. So you can normally use as VLOOKUP, which you can get results also. And you can use choose function also. Right? It depends which you follow and create for your result. Okay. See, the next is match. So what does exactly match refers to? Okay. First, we'll learn with the definition. Finds the relative position of a value in a supplied array. Okay. What does it means? See, let's say I have got this. I'll paste it here. All right. Now let's say I have got pan. Yes. What I've got with a value with me? Pan. Now I don't know where exactly in which row it stands under your table array, right? Under your look. Yes. So in this array, we don't know where the pan is. So what match will do, which will help us to know the number, like for example, 1, 2, 3. So where it stands its position at the third place, right? Third position. That is how match is going to help us. See, match, lookup value, lookup array, comma, less than exact match greater than. So what we want is exact match is 0, right? See, instead of me typing 0, I have chosen as exact match. So when I click on it, I'll get a 0 placed, right? I'll close this bracket. See, I got my result as 3. Here, if I write 3 idiots, see, automatically it fetches the information from that particular array, which is at 5th position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So whatever the names you are going to provide here, it is going to provide you the exact row position, right? At which position this particular lookup value is. Here the lookup value is your movie names. Your table array is your from the resultant table, like, from where you are going to bring the result. So match is going to help us to find out the position of it. Okay. This is match. Now let's talk about let's say row. So it works as same where it showcases the exact number of it. If I say E4, so it is a 4th row. If I type it as like equals to row, and if I type as A 14,000. So your answer would be which row, how many rows? It is A 14,000. Same goes with columns. And here it goes with the respective 2 rows, right? So how much your table you selected, that much you'll exactly get the result as rows. Okay. Same goes with columns. So what it says, see columns, how many columns I've selected? C, D, E, F, right? Here, if I write, okay, let's say I'll type it as like columns. If I give the array this way. So how much I have selected? 6. 6 columns, right? So same goes with areas. Areas refers to your table. This is one area, two area, and three. So areas will help you to identify how many tables you have. Like let's say you have created one table over here, another here, third here. So in that case, you're going to use this.
When in which scenario we are going to use this area? Like, can you give example?
Yeah, these scenarios can be used like, when you want to know the different tables you have applied. Like for example, let's say you have got a database, you have got a connectivity tables, where from these tables you are trying to showcase your dashboards. Okay. So let's say this consider as sales table, this as related to cost table, this has to be revenue table. So here, at once it will help us to identify like, how many tables you have in your particular sheet. In that case also you can use this areas, right? So next, let's go with index. Okay. I've got this index.
Address.
So let's say, what is the use of index we'll see. All right. How index works. So here we have seen about match. What match will do? It will give the correspondent value to it. Okay. Now the same way we are going to see what index is going to do. Equals to, if I type index, it is asking for array, right? It is asking for array. That is your resultant value. Let's say I want this from the row number. If I give it manually, row number 2. Can this give the result? Yes. You see, the answer is 520. Right? But the same thing, if I use index and match both, I can get my results of this particular, like same like VLOOKUP. How? Let's see. Okay, let's copy this, paste it over here. All right, I'm going to use now index plus match. Index plus match. So here, let's say I want earnings. Equals to, if I type index first index is the resultant column. So your resultant column here, comma, I don't know the exact row number. Yeah, I don't know the exact row number. So what I'll do, I'll bring the match over here now. I'll type match. So what you're looking for? You're looking for R Madhavan's earnings, right? So let's say comma, lookup array. Lookup array. Which one becomes your lookup array now? Can you tell anyone? Can you tell me?
Actors and movies.
Actors and movies. Okay, anyone else apart from KB? Arvind, Sagar, Karthik?
Earnings, sir.
Yes?
Actors. Actress, sir.
The answer is actors. Why? Because see, what you are looking out for in index, if you see, we are looking out for this resultant column. Already we have given it, the result, what we want. Okay. But we exactly don't know, to match it, the row number, right? So to make it automated, what we can do, we can make use of match function where it automatically identifies. For that, again, what we would require, we need to, give the lookup value to what it has matched to. Okay. So it has to identify R Madhavan. So when you're saying R Madhavan, your lookup array will be your related column. That becomes your actors. As you're saying R Madhavan, if you say movies, there is no match, right? There is no match of this particular lookup value. So you're going to look into the same column where you find your lookup value. Okay. So this is your lookup array now. All right. Now again, whether you want the exact match, yes, we want the exact match. So I'll select the exact match, which is 0, or you can type 0. All right. If I close this, now we have completed with what? Row number. Yes, row number. Now, if without providing the, okay, let's close this and see. Right, got it? We have got the result. So in simple, let's divide in simple way. Whenever you want it, right, want the index and match, your index array will be your resultant column. Simple. Make it simple. See, when you say index, your resultant column becomes your array. In terms of row number, we are going to use match. Why? Because match will identify this particular lookup value and give its position, right? Which we have seen at the topper end. So R math 1. What would be the row number answer? Answer would be like 1. And the resultant column index will pick from the row 1. Yes? See. Let's go to the formulas. Evaluate formula. Let's see how it works in the back. How it works. See, this is our function. What do you have given? All right. So if you see, this is the syntax. Let's say evaluate. So what it says, index. What we are seeing here, index I 10 to
Actor
I 14.
earnings.
Match is R Madhu. R Madhu. Okay.
Madhu.
Next step, you see what it says, index I 10 to I 14, comma 1. So what is this comma 1? It is your row number. It is provided your row number, right? Answer is 4. So your whole match is giving the answer as 1 to identify the R Madhavan's position, right? In particular table. All right. So let's copy this and paste it down. Will it work, or I'll get a hash NA1? I'm going to get the results this time. But again, it is shifting down. So it is better, what we can do is we can lock it. Okay. Can anyone tell me what I can lock here now? When I say I 10 to I 14 of the array?
Absolute.
Absolute. Right. So we are going to apply absolute. And M10. M10. Anyone in M10? M10 we have got actors' names. This is your M column.
Fix, sir.
What row fixed, column fixed, which one?
Column fix. Sir, column fix, sir.
Column fixed. And here in G10 to G14?
Absolute, sir.
Absolute. All right. Now let's paste. Now you see, it is not changing its position. Yep. It is not shifting at the bottom. One cell down. Clear? So this is the use of index match. So let's quickly check about like indirect. What is indirect? Returns a cell or a range reference that is represented by a supplied text string. What does it means? It supply, if you supply means if you provide a text string, right? It gives you the reference of that particular range, right? Like let's say, let's see with an example. So let's say these are the countries. We have got India, USA, Russia, UK, and these are the metro cities of all this country. Now what indirect will do is what was the definition? See, here it says returns a cell or a range reference. Returns a cell or a range reference is represented by supplied text string. See, let's say this is your cell. Add the references for India is your Delhi, Mumbai, and Pune. Now, what I'm saying is, if I select India, so automatically in the correspondent cell or beside cell, it should show Delhi, Mumbai, and Pune. How to do it? Let's see. For that, we'll learn two things. For example, in data validation, we have learned how to create a list, right? And in the name range or name formulas, name manager, what we have learned how to create the name manager, right? For example, let's say we want to create a name manager for this countries, correct? All right, so let's do it. So first we'll go to the formulas, name manager. See, it is already created here. So what I'm going to do is I'll just copy this. Let's go to new sheet. I'll paste it here. Alt ES V. So these are all my countries. I'll go to the new manager now. Click on new, India, and select this. And